Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lrtn. My name is Derek Yale, and we are here with the just announced president and vice president of the Trenton and the metropolitan area, Mr. Anthony Waye and Peter Massaquoi, the just announced president and vice president, respectively. So let me say a big congratulations on behalf of the network and on behalf of the entire community. Congratulations, Mr. Waye.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you too, Mr. Peter Massaquoi.
Thank you, and thank you for the wonderful job done by your network by covering these elections. We want to say thank you to your team. You did extremely well.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, let me ask, how do you guys feel? I know we're just literally in the first hour of you guys being announced president and vice president. What is your first feeling when you heard the news? Let me start with you.
Well, I feel proud. I feel proud because the community listened. The community knew that they've been lacking leadership for several years, and they knew that Team Anthony and Team Peter was the best choice to move this community forward. As you can see, my beautiful wife and Jerusha Massaquoi, along with our First Lady Vera, they all stood by us. It was a teamwork. And I tell you what, we put together a team of professionals, people from different backgrounds. I'm from the business background. So we came together to see how best we can unite this community. So I feel proud of the work that we did running a grassroots campaign.
To you, Mr. Waye, how do you feel? I know we're in the first hour of you being announced president of the Liberian community and in the Trenton area and metropolitan area. What is your first reaction to that? How do you feel?
To be honest with you, I was shocked. I was overwhelmed. My heart was filled with joy when I got a call that, congratulations, Mr. President. I felt proud, and I felt proud for the work we did. This is a teamwork. We work as a team, and I want to say thank you to my vice president and his beautiful wife, and to my beautiful wife, Mrs. Waye. I want to say thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you did for us in this campaign, and to my campaign manager and to my supporters. We want to say thank you. This election, this victory is not about Peter and I. It's for the community. The community have won, not us. We are here to serve our community. Like we said before, we were prepared to serve on day one, and we can assure you on day one today. Today is day one, and we are prepared. My vice president and I are prepared to work from day one. And I can assure the people of Central Jersey that together, reconciliation, we're going to unify this community. I got a call from Mr. Rupert Peter, a board member of Trenton Professional Old Timer. He just won a seat on the board at the Liberian community. Mr. Peter called me and congratulated me, and Mr. Peter said, look, let's move the community forward. This is a good beginning, and I hope everybody will come around in order for us to move this community forward. So I want to say thank you to your network. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming up to support us and to vote for us. Thank you, and thank you.
And thank you so much. And as you can see, they have the significant others with them. And so let me just get a reaction from both of them. Introduce yourself and tell us what is your initial reaction to your significant other being announced as the winner of this election.
Hi, my name is Jerusha Massaquoi. I'm the wife of the Vice President, Peter Massaquoi. Boy, we are so excited. We are happy, and we did a lot of good work. We know that we have good intention for the community. It's not about us, it's about the community. And we are ready to work for this community. So we are so happy, we are excited, and we want to say thanks to all of our supporters. And we open arms to our opponents, the other side. We welcome them in, and we'll use them, and we'll work together for the betterment of the Liberian community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless you all.
And let's move on to the just announced First Lady of the Central Jersey and metropolitan area. Introduce yourself to our camera and tell us what was your initial reaction to the announcement.
Well, I am Mr. Fira Parapai. I was so excited when I heard the news that we won. And I know my husband, he's a better candidate. He was going to win this because he is intelligent and loving and caring. And I want to say thank you to everyone for voting for Team Anthony and Peter. We love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for voting for their team. Now, let me just put this question out there. I know we're still in the early stage of this, in the results being announced. Have anyone from your opponent camp, Hector, Weir, and all of those that were running, win or didn't lose, have any one of them reached out to either one of you to congratulate you? Let me start with.
Yes, like I said, Mr. Rupert Peter did reach out to me. He called me after the con, and he congratulated us. He said he's waiting to work with us. He said the community have won, and I want to say, Mr. Peters, welcome on board. This community have won. We all need to come together and unify this community.
Has Hector reached out to you?
Not yet, and I know Mr. Weir is going to call me because this community is bigger than anybody. This community have won, and I want to extend an olive branch to everybody, to Mr. Weir, to Wee Wee Chico, to Linda Garling. This community have won, and we promise the people that we're going to work together in the interest of the community. So I want to extend an olive branch to everybody. This community have won. After 12 years, the community have come together and they have spoken with one voice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And to you, Mr. Massaquoi, have anyone from the other camp reached out to you to congratulate you on you being announced as the newest vice president?
Well, I have not received calls from any official from our opponents, but several of the supporters that believe in our leadership, our skills, and what we have done for this community have reached out to me and congratulated me for my work. So we are willing to work for this community. We are all Liberians. We are not enemies. And to be honest, I'm proud because for the first time in our community history, the both teams were able to bring together all parties across the board, whether old or young. You know the weather today. The weather is very bad. It's been raining all day since morning. But Liberians turn out. People call up from work. This shows that the community is willing to be united. So Anthony and I, we are going to reach out to our opponent. We'll reach out to every single Liberian within the Central Jersey area and the metro area to ensure that our agenda is achieved. We are prepared to do it. We have the connections, we have the resources to do that, and we're going to work with local state officials so that we can achieve our objectives.
Okay, let me ask my last and final question, and you can throw in your conclusion after you answer the question. I will start with you, Mr. Peter. Now, with all of the allegations surrounding the elections, you saw the elections today. There were a lot of voter turnouts. Now, what is your reaction? Do you think the process was fair? Do you think it was free from every fraud and stuff like that? And tell us your message to the constituents, to the community dwellers, to those that came out in the numbers to vote. What is your message to them? You can also put in your conclusion.
I mean, the process was competitive. It was free, it was fair, and it was transparent. We knew from the beginning because EULA, through the Election Commission, they were very accurate. They set up chat rooms. They sent email communication. They responded to every complaint, even our opponent had. All right? So even today, you saw it. We have both teams so they're giving us cheat cards to support us to come in. We all laugh about it. I mean, they were fully represented there on both sides of the buildings. So, I mean, there was no need for fraud. Let me tell you something. If we should be complaining about fraud, it should be us. Because we noticed that our opponent brought in other supporters from other states that still maintain the New Jersey and they voted. We welcome them because they are Liberians. All right? So this election was free, fair, and transparent. We want to call on everybody. It's about time to put our city, our community on the map. All right? It's not about Tony. It's not about Peter. I've been in this community for years. My wife and I, my boss and I, we've been here for years, and we are contributing immensely. You see our personal resources. So it's about time that we do it on a community level, not taking individual glory. And I believe we are best suited to get the job done.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vice President. Let me move on to you. You watched the election process. A lot of voters turned out today in their numbers, even though the weather wasn't conducive. People turned out and vote. Now, with all of the allegations surrounding the elections, what is your reaction to the allegations, and do you think the process was free? Was it fair? Was it free from any fraud? And what is your closing message to the constituents, to the people that came out in their numbers to vote for you? What is your message?
I want to say thank you to everybody. This election was about transparency, accountability, character. The people show up today to tell us in this community that character do matters. They turned out today to tell us that they need transparency. On day one, my vice president and myself, in our first cabinet meeting, the money that we spend, the money that we collected from our voters, the grassroots, we're going to make that first financial report. Because if we're preaching transparency, we will do it to the end. Look, there were a lot of complaints about ghost name. Everybody that came to vote have to vote with a valid ID. Everybody. Concerning the observers, our opponent have more observers in there than us because we believe in the process. Because without an ID, you're not going to vote. But ladies and gentlemen, we are past the election. We're moving forward, and I want to say to the Lrtn community in Central Jersey and this metro area, we are here to work, and we are willing to serve. On day one, the first family and the second family want to get the ball rolling. Tomorrow, we will be here and we'll make some speeches, but I want us to enjoy the movement. I want everybody to enjoy themselves, drink responsibly, and I want to say thank you to Lrtn for the good work, for the coverage. We love you guys. We love the media. Like we went like Costa Show and Spoon TV. We want to say thank you to everybody. The best candidate have won this election, and we are waiting and ready to move our community forward. So on behalf of my beautiful, we want to say thank you to everybody, and God bless the United States of America, and God bless the Lrtn community of Central Jersey metro area. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the voice of your newest president and vice president with their significant other. Again, thank you guys so much for showing up. Keep following Lrtn for more coverage on this election. My name is Derek Yale. Thank you very much.
Sleep and I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up.
Don't tell me that.
I'll get to film myself.
No, that don't look good for the media. They're very slow.
You know, but I was getting myself there now. Oh, I don't want that to know.
Oh, okay.
Because I was playing it. Yeah,